40 days and 40 nights, no Sudiksha Konanki. We are safe in the comforts of our homes, most of us anyways, and Sudiksha Konanki is still missing. As I said before, I believe that she's still alive, but I believe that she's in great danger. I believe that she's dealing with great agony. I believe that she's going through a lot right now. I was watching one content creator on TikTok, and she has suggested that she also believes that Sudiksha Konanki is alive. She made a really great point. She said that she believes that Sudiksha was either taken by the forest or by the ocean. The lady was saying that she's also from the Dominican Republic, and she feels that Sudiksha was ultimately taken by people through the forest, and that she feels that Sudiksha Konanki is still in the Dominican Republic, and that is the same thing that I feel. I think that she's still in the Dominican Republic as well. I don't think that she's in Haiti. Some people said that she's in Haiti. Some people said that they think that she's in Europe. It's difficult to be able to get her. I feel that it's difficult to be able to get her out the country that far, all the way to Europe. In all of the videos that I made of Sudiksha Konanki, I never expressed my opinion on Joshua Reeby. At first, I thought Joshua Reeby was 1000% guilty. But as I started to watch everything, I said, you know what? I think he is guilty of some things, right? But I don't necessarily think that he is guilty of, really making her disappear. I don't necessarily think that. However, I do believe that both Joshua and Sudiksha was drugged. I watched that footage at the bar over and over and over and over and over again, and that is my conclusion on that. I think that they both were being watched. I do think that Joshua was seeing things that he didn't want to see, and so he didn't talk about it to the public. I do think that. I do believe that that's why his story changed 3 times. I do believe that Joshua was most likely probably threatened by whoever for whatever reason. I keep hearing about that there was some type of transfer of funds sent to the Dominican Republic on Joshua's behalf. I do think that's extremely suspicious, but I also think that that could have been to get Joshua Reeby out of the country, because Sudiksha's parents wasn't there. Joshua Reeby's parents wasn't there. They're just going off of a story of what Joshua is saying. So any parent will want to help out. So I do think that there was money sent over there for him to get out of the Dominican Republic, because he was being held for all those days. I do think that there is some extent of hush money involved with this case. Somebody paid somebody to be quiet, and I think that somebody is still paying other people to be quiet, because there has been rewards recently offered for this case, for information regarding this case, and not one lead publicly yet. Nothing. Everybody's silent. I believe it was a $25,000 reward. I believe it is a $100,000 reward, and there's a few other rewards out there regarding this case, and no one is talking about it. And to me, that is raising a lot of red flags. That's raising a lot of red flags for me. So something is not sitting right. Everyone keeps talking about, in my comments, you guys and TikTok and everybody keeps talking about, what about the guys at the bar? Yes, I think that that's very suspicious. The guy at the bar, suspicious. The bartender, suspicious. Everyone around the vicinity of that bar, suspicious. To me, the friends, suspicious. Everybody is suspicious that is involved in this case. Everyone. And at this moment, I didn't really want to speak on the parents, but at this moment, I do want to say this. I'm not judging the parents whatsoever. I do feel like they are grieving. I don't necessarily agree with everything they're doing, but it's not my place. I'm not Sudiksha's parent. But what I will say is that whoever has Sudiksha, I said it before and I'm going to say it again. Whoever has Sudiksha, they're showing her videos, you know? She's seen her parents on TV say, we want to declare her unalived. We want to close the case. She's seeing these things because they're showing her, they're tormenting her mental by showing her this. So now she's 20 years old, scared, extremely scared, and she's thinking, well, nobody cares about me. Everybody's giving up on me. That's why we need to continue to blow this case up, because I am not a part of the people giving up on Sudiksha. I want her found. I want her alive and well. I know the well part is a bit far-fetched because I do think that she is in great danger at the moment. But I still have hope that she can be found alive. I really do. I really, really, really do. Sudiksha is a very beautiful girl. And in the underground world, beauty is valuable. So, again, I do think that she is very much so alive, but I do not think that she is alive and well. I think that she's alive. Of course, she's being held against her will, which is extremely horrible. And I do feel like she's dealing with some really terrible situations and conditions. So, we need to find Sudiksha as soon as possible. Dominican authorities, please reconsider opening its case back up. Sudiksha's parents, please reconsider opening this case back up. TJ Ward is already willing to help out so much, and the rest of us is just hoping and praying every single day that your daughter is found. So please don't give up on Sudiksha Konanki. She doesn't deserve that.